century. That label does not get applied lightly, reserved for matchups like this. Number one versus number two. And no matter where you live, what region of the country you hail from, which conference you root for, these games are the most compelling of them all. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number one team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Nittany Lions about to kick it away and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Baxter. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Holds it in. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Always a rare treat to get number 1 versus number 2, particularly this early in the season, guys.
Yeah, just an early test, right? Understanding exactly where you are, obviously with big ramifications down the road. But, Jesse, how about knowing where you are to start the season?
You're absolutely right. This is a game that's going to set the tone for both of these teams and also for the entire college football season. Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wideout level noise. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Baxter. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Got it behind the line. It's Ross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Reynolds. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year of Koltanecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Back to throw, it's Aller. fires to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That's reeled in. It's Ross. Oh, what a move to get open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find air. Probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Green 25.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There are few things that can impact the game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it off?
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Allen. Still on his feet at the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Allard. Gets it out quickly. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Snap it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. But they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Pena. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Quarterback rode that RPO for a while, trying to make sure the defenders were wrong, and he took a big shot and couldn't quite connect.
And those RPOs make you wrong defensively regardless. Do I come up really fast and play the run, or do I stay back? Great job by the defense, understanding, seeing it, playing the pass really well.
To the air, it's Manning. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Gonna look downfield again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch, it's Baxter. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Nice Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The inside handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. He now has 56 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Going over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll throw on third and short. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback may change this route. On the direct snap, it's Allen. And they'll just play it safe with the run. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's caught. It's Ross. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Allard. The short hands. It's Allen. Made a defender miss. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can you do it against the Georgias? Can you do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they've got the lead in the 2nd half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Allen. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Aller. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Still on his feet at the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Shakes off the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate, that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Allen. He'll pitch it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll try the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
He'll try it again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Singleton. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. quick toss. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wants to keep it in the air. Working that left side now. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Back has it. Finding an escape route. He cannot get there. A 4th down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
They'll try the right side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Singleton. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Aller. He's got him in the flat. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Direct snap. He'll toss it. Running through contact. Touchdown pass. Hey, they've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sneaks ahead. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Dropping back, it's Manning. Takes a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He wants a big play here late. Play till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. What an absolute battle. What a Donnybrook haymaker met with counterpunch after counterpunch. Both were